Oh, I'm trying to pin that comment. I can't pin it. Damn it. How is everyone's day today? It won't go. I can't do it that way. I gotta pin it in. Take a breath, Shannon. It's gonna be okay. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Freeside. Dorothy. Hello. Hello. We're gonna do call in tonight. Okay, you can I will never share your number, but you can hide your number, um and call in, and we're gonna find out what everybody thinks of today. Hey, London girl. Hey, Betsy, how are you? Hey, love. I don't know how I can't pin a comment. I don't know why I can't pin a comment. How you doing, Dorothy? Did you have a good day? Hey, Dawn Marie. Hello. Hello. Let's see.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Not today, Satan. Not today. Not today, Satan. Not today. I purposely, hey, CJ, hey, Stitching Girl. I purposely did not take notes today because I don't know how those jurors, I mean, I know that they've seen all this and it's day after day and all that. But the fact that this has been 6 weeks and they don't have any notes, they just have what he said. Today, really, I mean, he's hammering in all the nails right now. I'm doing good. My 20-year-old, right now, well, he cleaned up his room. Hey, Peggy. Hey, Becky B. And do y'all know when a 20-year-old cleans up their room? Do you know basically you get every utensil, every bowl, every cup you've ever lost? He said, I have 2 bags. Now, I don't have big bags in the house. I have the little kitchen bags, the regular kitchen bags. I have 2 bags of clothes that I need washed. Okay. Oh, yeah, CJ. So, it's not 2 bags. It's not 4 bags. I don't even think it's probably 6 bags of stuff in my near my washing machine, right over on the other side of this wall. And we have the every 6 months we have our furnace and heater. Hey, Amanda, checked by get checked, for it to be okay. And he's coming tomorrow. So I've had to take those clothes. He's going to think we're crazy. I got a lot of stuff and you know what else I realized? He had about a third of our towels. So I'll be lucky. I'm glad to see them again. I just really thought they were gone. I just didn't. Now, the 17-year-old girl is going to do the same this weekend. Okay. So that means another third of the towels will be coming. She washes her own clothes. I'll give her that. Hey, Kimberly, she washes her own clothes. But that's going to be the other, Avery, the other part of our utensils, glasses, bowls, plates. God knows what. But my son right now is doing orientation for Purdue University Global. He has started classes tonight. So, hey, I'll wash your clothes, baby. You do your thing at Purdue Global. And so that's a good day. So we're having a good day. Oh, dryer's ready. Can y'all even hear that? Yeah, my laundry room is literally on the other side of that wall. And yeah, the Christmas tree's still here. I love you too, baby. I'll take them. Well, Betsy, the same here. And I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. So now I'm going to have this guy walking around. He's going to think we're crazy. That's fine. That's fine. But everybody, he's been here before, so he knows. Because I got, the cats that will try to climb him. So I've got to keep the cats. And so this is one part of my basement. And then we have the unfinished, this in the room over there, finished. And then over here is unfinished where the laundry room is and all that stuff. It's a lot unfinished. And so I'm gonna have to put the cats in between these two, in this room because they'll be down the duck, they'll be trying to see whatever he's doing. So I don't know. What did y'all think about closing arguments? I'll put the thing in here. Hey, D, I saw that you were doing a Mallory thing. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it when I get done here. You looked hilarious. I can tell you that in the thumbnail. You looked hilarious. So what do we think? So they were going to that farm an awful long time. Oh, shoot. Well, that reminds me. I think that Law and Crime TV went out to the property. Flossie, he talked too long, but he did the best with what he had to work with. I'll tell you this, Flossie. I don't remember the first half of his before lunch. I don't remember a lot of what he said. But when he came back from lunch and he started in on those guns and where they were and where they weren't, and the Hey Beverly and that one of Paul's friends, when they said they couldn't find the gun, hey, Granny takes a trip. You fell asleep. Oh no. When nobody's seen the gun, right? They disappeared before Christmas. And that one friend said, no, it didn't. Me and Paul sat on in the back and, honed it in on things out there in the thing. And they found the shells, the weathered shells or casings. And they matched the gun that killed Maggie. That's powerful to me. I set up when he started talking about those guns because, hey, Irf, when you put it together, right? When you put the gun stuff together, you hear it, right, in the trial. And I heard it in the trial. And I'm like, Peggy, I love you. Thank you. Peggy, I love you. Thank you. You don't have to do it. But I'm glad you did. But you didn't have to do it. I thank you so much. You have no idea. When he started with those guns, though, when he started, I'm like, okay. Because when you hear it here, there, and everywhere, Peggy, I love you so much. When you hear it or see it and it's not put together, you're like, okay, well, but when he lined them all up on the ones that were missing, and the ones that were missing are the ones that killed them, and that's the only ones that are missing, I liked the other ones better than before lunch. You did. I liked it too. I was all ears after lunch. Hey, little miss, shut the fuck up. I dated a guy that ended up killing 3 people. Oh, well, listen. I will not ever put anyone down for their choice of boyfriends because let me tell you, I had some doozies myself. So, there we are with that. A enlightened rogue. Yeah, the first half was about financials. I didn't pay attention. I already know he stole a lot of money. He looked a lot of people in the eye and he stole their money. I got it. I mean, I was, it's important. But when the gun stuff started coming, and then after the gun came the time thing that you're actually seeing. And I told y'all 300 steps is a lot, and he made it in 4 minutes. He made those steps in 4 minutes.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
That's a lot of steps in 4 minutes for a big boy. So I just, what I hoped he would do and what I think he will do is he kept saying, I don't want to show you I don't want to show you Paul's face because you've seen it. You know what it looks like. You know it wasn't, blown out. I saw Maggie and them need a voice. And I kept thinking, all right, he's going to play that 50-second video. Welcome to the screening room, Becky. He's going to play that 50-second video, audio, really what it is, but the video. And then he's going to show those two dead. And he didn't do it. But I'll bet you he will do it when he does his, his ending, when after the defense goes, he'll do that. If he doesn't do that, he's a moron. I want to hear him. I want to, and then because I know 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, they were dead. And I hope he does that. If not, Mr. Waters, if you're watching, and you probably are, write that down. Ziggles, I love you. So yeah, the financial stuff. But man, he zinged that dude. After lunch was amazing to me. I was scooting up, to the TV and listen, but I wanted to make notes, but I know they couldn't. So I thought I'm gonna put myself in their position and not have any notes on this. So I mean, even the little power walk was the most struggle. It's a lot of stuff. I love you forever too, Ziggles. Forever and ever and ever. Let me tell you something, Ziggles. This is off subject, but my daughter, let me see if I can find if I took a picture. I know I did. I'm going to show you something. You know how Kit Kat just shows up sometimes? You know what I'm talking about. So my daughter did the play. Shit. What the fuck? Thank you, Becky. Thank you. They did the play, Prissy, I love you. God, why can't I remember this play? Cabaret. And if you look, hold on, let me show you, Ziggles. Oh, shit. You see that right there? The Kit Kat Club. That's the name of the club in the film. I mean, on the play. And I was looking at, I stared at that and smiled. Dorothy, thank you. Thank you. Too much. I love you too, Prissy. But when I looked up, Ziggles, and I got to look at that, and I just laughed when the lights came up and that sign was there. And I was like, I love you too, Kit Kat. I love you too. It's like she'll say, she says, hey, I'm here. I'm still here. Don't worry about it. It did make me cry. It made me smile and laugh. But anyway, thank you, y'all. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate it. And this is the number if you want to call in. Like I said, you can do it on a restricted number. I don't care. I'm not gonna, Yeah, it happens to me too. It's happened more in the last couple of months. But I think I had forgotten that it was in the Kit Kat Club. And where I was sitting, it was just, and I just howled and laughed because I thought, you stinker. Hey, Renee, how are you? We're all having a good evening, I think. Now we're discussing, Dorothy, I love you so much. Thank you for that. Y'all can call in. You can come up. You can do whatever you want to do. And let's discuss it. Let's discuss what we thought. And let's discuss what we think is going to come tomorrow. I hope that little harpoon dude does not do it. Harpo. Please, Harpo, don't do the closing arguments. Please. I don't like the bald-headed guy either. But please, Harpoon, you already have enough trouble knowing where you are. I don't think he's going to keep me. I will be spinning around in the chair if he doesn't grab me real quick. There is no, hey, Sugar Shack. You know what? Sugar Shack, here is what I've said all along on this thing. I never underestimate the stupidity of a jury. Not Magenta, not since OJ, Casey Anthony, Trayvon Martin. Hey, Sierra, I do not ever. Never. I'm never shocked. I heard an attorney say visiting the kennels could backfire because it was pretty remote for killers to. Hey, Peggy, here's the thing. Voodoo Sue streamed everything live today, but after lunch, I stopped. Oh, yeah, it's good. I mean, the second half, I don't even worry about the first before lunch. And I say that because Montana, it was really good. I mean, the first half was financial. The second, Uni, I love you. The second half, he honed it in and he started with those missing guns. And what are the odds that the two guns used to kill your family? Hey, rock this girl. The two guns used to kill your family are family guns, and they're both missing. It was a sad day. It's a sad thing. It's so horrible. It's so horrible. And it's horrible all the way around. I cannot help but feel horrible for Buster because if his father is convicted, and his father will be convicted on something, who knows? He's either the financial part or the murder part. Buster, no matter whether you like him or not, has lost his entire family. He's lost his entire family. They're gone, meaning his immediate family. Now he'll have his uncles and his cousins and whatnot, but his family they're gone. They're obliterated. It's no nieces, no nephews, nothing, no sister-in-law, nothing, no big family Christmases, no big family dinners. No, it's done. It's over. It's Buster. Buster is left. That's all that's left. And it was, I think we talked about this yesterday. It was that little John Marvin, that little asshole. See, I was very, and y'all might have told me yesterday, and I didn't read it because sometimes when the chat goes, John Marvin is the one that said, oh, this boat accident's being blown out of proportion. No, it's not. A girl died. That's not being blown out of proportion. That's gigantic. And so this is the mentality that this family has. That a boat accident caused by his nephew that killed a girl is blown out of proportion. It's blown out of proportion. He said it on his stand. Let me get a sip of drink. He is selfish. Let me go up on him. Let me get, because I'm bad about comments. I think that's why they focused so much on the financial stuff. Well, it just shows. I mean, he kind of, I guess, that he can look you. Oh, when he kept saying today, you couldn't name one person you looked at in the eye and lied to because it didn't matter to you. That was pretty powerful. I thought Waters did a good job, personally myself. Will he be convicted on that? I mean, we'll see. Oh, Ziggles. I slapped on the spackle tonight. Thank you, though. I slapped it on. He had money. I think he had money too, Beverly. I think he had money too. Buster flipped the bird in court that day. Yeah. And he hasn't been able to sit up front since. He had to sit all the way back. And did you see who was behind him today? Miss Nancy Grace. Hey, Maritza. How are you? Miss Nancy Grace was either right behind him or a row or so behind him. Now, she's, hey, Karen. She was probably talking, and Buster's got to hear that. I don't know. She always sits on the defense side, but I think that's probably the best view. I mean, you can see who's talking, him walking around. I mean, that's the best view. I would do it too. You thought what was Paul? Would you know? Hold on. He did. Yeah. His Paul's ex girlfriend for, I mean, it was a 3-year relationship, said he was violent. He smacked her in the face. Hey, Jeannie, he smacked her in the face the night of the boat wreck because she was upset, spit on her, and then slapped her. And that's why I always say that little boy had a problem. And yeah, she was. What, Sierra? I was like, oh, no. Thank you. You're so sweet. I'm just an old lady in dim light, honey. That's all it is. There's a reason I keep my lights low. One day I'll be in the dark talking. It's smelling. I'm just saying. I mean, but I do feel bad for Buster, and unless he killed somebody. But like I said, I think John Marvin just absolutely summed it up. The Murdaugh family. I mean, it just we killed somebody, you're blowing it out of proportion. He's probably running around his house right now saying it. Yeah, Alex killed him. It's just blown out of proportion. I don't know. Let's see. Does anyone in here know who the gentleman on the prosecutor's side was? I don't know. Ever since the attorney general showed up to get into the fun, stop it. Hey, squirrel. Oh, Evil Queen. Don't forget the boy. Yeah, Steven. See, that's what I'm saying. Evil Queen is that I feel bad for him, but if he had anything to do with that, I mean, these people, I don't know. I've never in my life. Yeah, he is fake. And when he said, yeah, I owed that to my nephew, I owed it to Paw to, whatever. I felt sorry for him because when my grandmother married, after my grandfather died, my grandmother married again. And they were married for a good long time. And his son killed himself both of his kids were off at college, but he ate breakfast. He went downstairs. Hey, who knows? He went downstairs into, they have like where they kept wood, and it was really a garage, but anyway, and shot himself. And at the time, my cousin Terry was a policeman, and my Aunt Sheila showed up, and this is disgusting to say, because we didn't like these people, but anyway, my Aunt Sheila started to, after it was cleared and all that, hosed out the garage. Had somebody come pick up the wood. My Aunt Sheila, who doesn't do nothing for nobody. Yeah, I think must do something about Steven. And you know what? I hope this is a lesson to Buster. If he does know something, Karma will come back and smack you right in your head. Yeah, hello, my love. Karma will come and smack you right in your head. It did his daddy. And even though I said, hey, Muffin Mouse, more women than men on the jury. Oh, really? Well, I wonder what that means, though. What is that? What do y'all think that if we have more women than men, because you'd be a mother and a wife, right? So you would be like, oh, no. Or would the man go, I would never kill my wife? And I don't know. I don't even know what that means. See, that's something the housekeeper. Curious. The housekeeper, I think, is going to get no justice from this. And her sons, now that partner said that they were paying back people, right? I don't know if those boys have been paid back. I don't think they have, but I mean, I could be wrong. Instant karma going to get you. It is going to knock you in the face. That's every time I've ever had karma come to me. It took my feet out from under me and then jumped on my head, and I had it coming. Mama She, I had it coming every time. I've told people who have wronged me in ways I cannot even tell you. I said, and look, I've told them, one day you're going to be in my shoes. And when you are, don't ask God why. This is why. At the situation that we were in. This is why. Don't ask God why. But you will be in my shoes one day. And you know what? I was right. And I hope they didn't ask why. Lord Lee and everyone, how are you, Laura? I'm trying to get everybody's comments. I'm so bad at it. Just finished watching the closing. I'm like, so what did you think, Laura Lee? What did you think of the closing? I don't think he had a bag of pills. I don't think it's like Mr. Waters said, what did you get out of lying? Why would you lie? If you had just if you had just jumped on the whatever and left, why are you lying? You don't. And at the time, they were pushing the vigilante boat community, but okay, and they choose to shoot them and not you because you're the lawyer. I'd shoot you first, then him, or him then you. And Maggie can run. I don't care. There was no reason to lie about it from the inception of the phone call. He lied about checking them. There's no need to. And then I think Mr. Waters is under the impression that this was highly planned out. I don't think it was highly planned out. I think, again, that check, Miss Jeannie showed him in the office, and he thought, here we go. We're going. This is going to go quickly. I just don't think it was a planned crime. I mean, I'm saying I don't think it was planned for a long time. I don't think it was planned for a long time. Why would you do it on the 7th? I mean, I know he had court on the 11th. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. The closing wasn't strong enough. Yeah, well, like I said, I thought the end was better than the beginning. And I think when they get that bite at the apple after the defense, I think that's when he's going to hit it with, he better, Mr. Waters, if you watch, and I think you probably are, hit it with them, the video, the voices, and then the death, him laying there dead, her laying there dead. Mr. Waters said that Maggie was running towards Paul. And remember yesterday, hey, here's my boyfriend, Angelo. Excuse me. I always assumed Maggie was running away. Jenny, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I thought she was running away. Today he said she was running towards him. Also, Mr. Kinsey, or Dr. Kinsey, said that Paul was shot in that chest and his arms were down because somebody he trusted was standing there, basically. Somebody he trusted. So his arms were down. He wasn't like, didn't even have time to pick his hands up. And we know that because the blood ran down. So that's damning. That's damning. And that's the way they said they loaded that stuff. They would load one shot and then the next. I don't know a lot about guns. Angelo can tell you. He's had to come on one of my panels about the Amityville Horror, the crime, not the haunting, and explain to me, guns and gunpowder and stuff like that. Because I just don't, I'm not, I'm not from a family that, hey, outshine. I'm just not from a family that have handled a lot of guns. So I don't think legally we can. I'm just kidding. So anyway, he got shot with the malleable lead Never put his the phone number's right there scrolling. He was shot by somebody he trusted. Laura Lee, thank you. Y'all are spoiling me tonight. I appreciate it so much. You have no clue how much I appreciate it. You have no clue. Thank you. Thank you. This is what happens when you get to talk about stuff that you like, and people come who like it too, you know. It's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to do stuff, you know, that I'm interested in, and it'll bring in others. And that's where we're at. And hello, Dimple Duck. I love that name. I was hoping they would find the dang clothes. I know. Those clothes are long gone, honey. Where are the clothes? Just that outfit and shoe. All of that is gone. Gone. Along with the 2 guns. So he wasn't a suspect. Well, I don't even know why he wasn't a suspect, because I thought anytime a wife is killed, the spouse is automatically the number 1 suspect. Now, I know this was a little different with the boy, but you know, was killed as well. But I don't understand. I don't understand why they just said, you know, they let them go through the house. There were more lawyers in that field that night than in any kind of lawyer conference, bar association dinner in the state of South Carolina. All of them were at it's my Avery.
Hey,
Hello.
I've been wanting to come talk Murdaugh with you.
I was just saying, I don't know if you heard me, that there were more lawyers in that field that night than at a bar association dinner.
Yeah, he called every freaking lawyer he knew.
And oh, well, they trampled it up. Well, I mean, yeah, I reckon lawyers, you know, I'm a she. Thank you. Y'all gonna make me cry. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
I know. I'm seeing all these donations you're getting. Why are you getting so spoiled?
I don't know, but I'll keep talking about this trial till that man's dead.
You're gonna go get your nails did, your hair did.
Well, you know, we got the trip coming.
Oh, that's right.
So this will be like you know, the hotel, not a hotel, house, you know.
Oh,
I
that's
appreciate
right.
y'all. It's gonna be spent responsibly. I promise. I promise.
And you'll get it just in time because the trip is March
23rd.
23rd. So everything that people are donating, you'll get March 20.
Yeah.
No, because this is already March.
Gas and all that. So it'll be I appreciate y'all so much. I will be doing this if there was only 2 people here.
How sweet. You guys are all so sweet.
Serious, you're coming? Oh, you better come. Well, y'all need to, if you are not, and most of you probably are, subscribe to Avery. She does true crime, interesting, they're not out of the way, but I mean, she covers things that aren't like, you know, everybody's covering the, you know, Idaho, everybody's covering this. She's covering other important things.
I'm dropping 2 videos tonight. One is the Roy Jugger case in Las Vegas. It just happened. It just happened last year. He was 28 years old. He was tortured and burned and forced to walk off of a cliff in Vegas and then shot. I mean, it's horrible, horrible case. And then I just covered Abby Choi, the socialite from Hong Kong who was dismembered.
And found in her in-laws' house where her head was in a bucket.
I know, yeah.
So somebody just asked this, why was there no evidence of the threats to Paul? I think hey, Jeff, I think probably they do have the threat, because I think a lot of them were communicated through Facebook or whatever. I don't think people walked up to him, but I think some, you know, I think some people did walk up to him. So they're there somewhere, but obviously they're not as damning as Alex hoped they would be. because we haven't heard them. The defense hasn't even brought them up. Think about that. The defense didn't bring up the threats to Paul. They didn't print them out. They didn't do nothing. And they could have, but they didn't. So that tells you something. If the defense, if that's where they're going, that, it was the, boat community trying to get revenge, they didn't prove it. You're 2 hours away from Asheville. This is going to be epic. I can't wait. The Vegas is going to be amazing.
That's true about the defense not bringing that up, and I wondered if they're going to bring it up tomorrow.
I don't know. It's too late now. You can't. Here's the thing. You cannot, and I know this, you cannot introduce evidence in your closing arguments.
Oh, and they hadn't brought it up at all during the
They
trial.
haven't brought it up at all.
But
So,
Alec brought it up on the stand, so does that count?
no, they did not. They did not make it in. It had to be in. It would have to have been entered, and so you can't do anything in closing arguments because the state would need time to whatever.
See, I thought because they showed the videos of him talking about it, and then him talking about it on the stand, I thought for sure that it was.
They did not produce one of them, and I waited patiently to see these horrible, because John Marvin's, it was just disgusting and horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't see him. Nobody else saw him. So
yeah, and you would think too that they would have had Buster testify to it, because surely he would have known about it, the threats and stuff. Buster's
the one that had to admit that he had never seen the blackout rifle that replaced Paul's. It replaced it where it was not the thermal cam, but the red dot thing. He had to get on the stand and say, I never saw it.
Yeah.
None of them, except for Paul. Paul saw it because him and his friend were out there. And I mean, thank God his friends have been honest in this.
Well, dang it, as soon as I came up here, every dog in the neighborhood started barking. So I don't have to pop down, but I want to come talk Murdaugh with you again. But I want to know, before I jump down, I'm just going to ask this and I'm going to leave. And then I'll listen to your response. But I want to know if you think he's going to be found guilty or not guilty.
Okay.
So I'm hopping down because it's loud. I got all the dogs.
Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, I'm going to come up again because I really want to talk Murdaugh with you.
We'll be doing it tomorrow. There's no F It Up Friday tomorrow, but there is Saturday. She's going live.
Okay.
So tomorrow we'll be here again.
Okay. It's a date. I hadn't had a date in a while, so. Bye.
I know it's we're all court buddies. Hung jury is going to be my guest too, Zigzag. Okay. Can we get a link to? Could somebody do that? Let me see. Hold on. I think it's gonna be Hung. I personally, and I think okay. So if they get this case, I think today, at the end of the day, they said they had to meet in Chambers. I think they're trying to. Hope. I think they're trying to decide whether the jury will be sequestered during deliberations. There's a lot of shit they got to work out. So the longer this thing goes, I could say that now, and I probably shouldn't.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
I haven't changed that damn ringtone. I mean, that damn notification. I think if they come back quick, we got a problem. I think if they come back, Avery's channel, I think, Kit Kat, thank you. I mean, Zigzag, sorry. I think if they come back quick, we're in trouble. I think if they come back, if it's day after day after day, I think we're in trouble. I'll be comfortable with a day or maybe 2 days. 2 days of a banana bicycle seat. I think maybe 2 days, 3 days of deliberation. And after that, I'm going to start worrying. Because if you think about it, they don't really have to consider any of the financial stuff. That is nothing that they have to consider. That's not their part. So they don't have to listen. They don't have to worry about that. They're not going to be deliberate about it's a factor that Mr. Waters thought was significant enough to have caused him to murder his wife and his son. So it had to be discussed. So we don't have to worry about that. That was what, 2 weeks? I mean, I don't know how long that was of the trial. They only really have to worry about, I think defense did not prove its defense. It didn't really have one, Angelo. It didn't have one. It tried to put in the revenge on Paul. It tried, but like I said, they never produced one piece of evidence that he was threatened physically or any other way. So it was, I don't even know why it was put out there. You think so, man? See, that's what I'm thinking. I'll be comfortable with 2 or 3 days. 4 days, I'm going to start eating clozapine, and then by then I'll just be in the rehab that Alex went to, because I can't do this very long. I think Scott Peterson was probably the longest. Man, Scott Peterson's deliberations was horrible. That was so long. That's what I think, Kate. I think that's what they're deciding. And when they keep going back to the judges' chambers, I think that's what they're deciding. I think they should be, personally, because every outlet, every single media outlet from around the world, a doll factory, all these people are going to, that's it, they're going to want to go home. I think every single news organization on the earth, and maybe even Mars and Venus, are going to be outside of that courtroom waiting. There's going to be the satellite. Think about it. The big satellite trucks are going to be there. They're going to be little Nancy Grace's little thing. We'll have Vinnie Politan's. We'll have this or that. We'll have Dan Abrams down there. Oh, look, it's going to be a damn freak show. So I hope that they are sequestered and they can be brought in maybe, and not even, hey, Catherine, and be brought in, where they don't have to see it. They know this is going to be big. Right? They know they're in a big trial. Obviously, they know that. People were trying to get shots of them today through woods. Why? Why do you, I think it might have been Law and Crime. It's crazy they weren't sequestered through. I know. Some are like that. Weren't OJ's? I can't remember if OJ's. I think everybody Ziggles is thinking hung jury. Because I don't know, like I said it the other day, have the Murdaugh's reign of terror, is it ending? Hey, Patrick, has their reign of terror, see how you doing, baby? See, has their reign of terror ended? Well, we'll find out after this trial. We'll find out. It's really, and like I know that it's interesting to watch this, and it's we've had fun, going back, so we've had some fun and laughs about it. But I mean, 2 people at least are dead, and they died on. Did he? No, Patrick, not yet. We haven't gone. The jury is not. The jury has not gotten the case yet. Tomorrow we did closing arguments for the prosecution today. Tomorrow we'll do closing arguments for the defense, and then the prosecution gets one more bite at that apple, as I say, and then it goes to the jury. Oh, but wait a minute. So all day long, and I know y'all know what I'm getting ready to say, all day long I kept hearing Mr. Waters say, he was, what did he let the skis get ahead of him, or what is that what it was? Let the skis get ahead of him. Let the skis get it. He let the skis under him. I can't remember it now what it was. He kept using that phrase. Kept the skis under him or something like that. And I had to look it up because I didn't know what it meant. I'd never heard that phrase in my life. And it meant to get ahead of you. Skis in front of him. Thank you, man. And I had to look it up because I didn't know. I'm in the South. I've never heard it. And so when it said it means to basically, he got ahead of himself. He got ahead of himself every time he would do a crime. He got a little ahead of himself. I hope, and I guarantee you, the jury went home and were like, skis. I didn't know what it meant. But I think the jurors who believe he's innocent will change their minds. I'll tell you another good thing that, Peggy, from yesterday, though, is getting over his skis. Thank you. Evil Queen, thank you very much. I know. I didn't write anything down. Yesterday, when Mr. Kinsey was on, or Dr. Kinsey was on the stand, right? And that decrepit, stupid defense attorney, not that I'm biased in any way, the ignorant, stupid defense attorney kept trying to get him to get off of what his findings were. And it became a little bit contentious, but I got to say, Dr. Kinsey, you kept your cool, and I know you're watching right now. And when Dr. Kinsey looked over to the juror and he returned a smile, that's a good indication, I thought. You could tell it was a smile he returned. You know how you can tell? Even they were like, so I'm like, is that? Yeah, I call him Harpo. Satan has been president. Yeah, he's been sitting right there on the defense side. He looked like Big Bird. Sorry, he looks like Big Bird. He does. So everybody's thinking mistrial. I love Dr. Kinsey too. Amanda, I need Dr. Kinsey to get his own show. I need Dr. Kinsey to get his own show. I really enjoyed. I never got tired of hearing him. When he was up there, I was right there, just, I really, and I hope the jury, this man knows what he's talking about. And when they kept talking about that stupid, I love Lucy, hello. When they kept talking about that one book, and he said, oh yeah, well there's two more, and he named two more off that they should look at. He has those beady little eyes, Patrick. You talking about Mr. Murdaugh. He has those beady little eyes. Very beady eyes. And they said that in the documentary on Netflix, that Maggie really was more, I guess saying it nice, was that Maggie's favorite was Buster. Even though Paul looked just like her and Paul looked just alike. When you see him in that, any photograph, but man, they looked alike. They really did. But I need Dr. Kinsey to get a show. I want to watch his show. I would produce it. I don't have any money, but I'll produce it. The judge was in the Nathaniel Rollins case. I like the judge too. He's kind of laid back. He's, been around a while. He's the judge that when everybody thought Alex Murdaugh was going to get bail for all the financial stuff, that judge, the one that we have right now, said, nah, no bail. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I agree, Catherine. Hold on. I'm looking at all y'all's comments. I'm trying to get them all. Shark Eyes is right. Peggy, he's got that beady little black shark eyes. And, he played on about the second day, he was like, oh, shucks, kind of country bumpkin, No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. And what did my mom call him today? Despicable. And I said, if you took everything he did, and I mean all the financials, the 10 years of it, pull one case and read what he did, that's despicable. The one. When you take cases from 10 years, that's not even a word. Despicable is not the word. There's not a word, really. And then on top of that, you put murdering your son and your wife to buy time and lied about it the moment, he had to shoot him. All right, that started the time clock is what and every decision he made after that which if he were innocent, he would not have made. He would not have said, I wasn't even down there. He would not have said, I went to check him, then I went to check her, when he didn't check anybody. He wouldn't have said it. He wouldn't have lied, because you want justice for your son and your wife and yourself. My God, you're fighting for your life here. And they couldn't. There's no running around that. Your 80-year-old dad is so disgusted about. Listen, it's just like Mama. Despicable is the word. Despicable is the word. But now that I think, the way I think about it now, yeah, the financial stuff, they're not going to have to. The jury's not going to have to worry about any of that. That's somebody else. That's going to be another jury. And two, they did not change. Neither the defense did not want to change the venue. I understand why. I understand why. You were in your you were in your neck of the woods. But I hope these people on this jury, God help them, because the things that they have seen, I wouldn't wish on anybody. I would, they have seen horrible things in this trial, and they can't talk about it. When they go home, they can't just decompress and say, I'm sure they are doing that to some extent. Like I said, I would, but you can't, if you follow the rules, you can't go home after seeing a 22-year-old boy's face, body, head, whatnot, and just go home and say, I can't do it today. I saw some horrible things today. We don't give juries, I think, maybe a lot of the credit that they deserve, especially these horrible ones where they got to see these things. Every time I've ever been called to jury duty, I knew I'd never be able to do anything with a child. I would never be able to be on a jury and say, I can look at that. No, I cannot. No, I cannot. One thing I did not think of is when he said Alex used a hose and washed up. Yeah. And that, see, just think about it. If he'd have washed off, then mind you, it rained that night. Remember, it was like that thick mist, and then I think it actually did rain. And my thing from yesterday, my theory is that if that shot was delivered from 5'2", and he's sitting on that quad, if Alex 6'4" is sitting on a quad with the gun, because Maggie apparently ran to it and bumped into it or something like that. I think that's what Mr. Waters was saying today. And that was never really explained to me, but I'm not on the jury. But apparently she ran and like bumped into it. So if Alex is sitting on that quad, that brings his height down a lot. But you can't prove it because the thing was probably washed off. That's why it was there. Yeah, didn't hear any of them from inside the house for his 2-second nap. 2-second nap. What exactly, Ziggles? That's what I'm saying. In her, I couldn't. Oh Lord, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Sticky. If I were a juror, I'd have to go home. And we see Sticky. Listen, I don't know if you've seen my community post from a couple weeks ago, but I said if you were a juror on a major case, would you come home and watch the coverage? And I said I would. I'm not going to lie. If it was a huge case, I'd come home every night and go, click, what is Nancy Grace think? Click, what is Dan Abrams think? Click, I would do it. But I think you're good, though. You would come home, rewatch it, and take notes. That's actually pretty brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. You have to decompress. I don't know how jurors, and when this is over, I don't know how you go back to normal, because you're not ever going to be normal again. Not what you've seen. Not at least they don't have to send him to the death penalty. I mean, I think that the prosecutor knew, don't press the death penalty. We're not going to get that. So Crazy Daisy, I'm a lawbreaker, Lucy, and I admit it. I would do it. I would come home and watch coverage. But I think that's pretty brilliant, though, to come home, rewatch it, because you're not really, I mean, you're just rewatching what you saw. I mean, what you already heard. You found someone. Hold on, you go up. Go up. Go up. Help if I was on the thing. You found someone. What? I found someone murdered. Oh, squirrel gang. I'm so sorry. That's horrible. Yeah, it's big. No, all of them. It's huge. And here's the. I really think he thought that Paul was actively on, like, FaceTiming with Rogan. And that's why when he finished, I bet Alex probably thought, okay, he just did that. Let me do this. And then Rogan can say he was like, putting Rogan. Do you know this, though? Let me add, guys, do you know Maggie's beloved dog, Bubba? The one we heard all about. Her beloved dog, Bubba. Do you know who has that dog? Rogan, the owner of Cash. He has her dog. Harpoonie, I swear, looks like an advertisement for the old boys. That he does. That he does. That's why I hope he doesn't do. Paul ended up, Ash, how you doing, baby? Yeah, so Rogan, who was, didn't want to be there. Oh, wait a minute, she does? Well, then Rogan must have Grady. But Rogan has one of them. You're right. She does. I'm sorry, that was a misstep. Hey, Tammy, that was a miscue. Rogan has Grady, the other one. Please give me a thumbs up. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got them mixed up. I got to mix them damn dogs. Rogan has Grady. So, yeah. Sorry. Allergies are coming. Every pine tree in my backyard is getting ready to let loose. Pia. Thank you. I know. It is growing. And I think everybody that shows up every night when we do this, and gosh, I can't thank y'all enough for all of the super chats and whatnot. I just feel like we're having fun here. We're having not fun, but sharing ideas. This is a big trial. This is, a lot of us are invested in this, and you could be anywhere because so many other people are doing it, and you showed up here, so I appreciate it more than y'all know. You never know. They're all about deliberating weekends. All right, so that's what I think they're deciding, Peggy. I really do. I think that they are deciding. Hey, Sassy Sarah. I think that they are deciding whether or not to sequester them. So, yeah, court buddies. Everybody's court buddies. Thank you, Kathy. It's coming up. I only go 1 hour. I love y'all. Laura, I love y'all. I really love y'all. I really do. Every day when y'all show up, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Like, they're back. Oh my God. So tomorrow we'll meet here again. I'm going to do the 7:30 to 8:30. I think that might just be a little bit better. And we'll discuss, I think we'll get through defense. And I think Mr. Waters will absolutely put on a case after that. And then after that, we just wait. I love you, Ziggles. And I love you forever. And I love all of y'all. And thank you for indulging me in this. And I will see y'all at 7:30 tomorrow when we discuss the defense closing arguments. I might have to have a Red Bull or in between them. Oh, Catherine, well, you know what? We're all learning, aren't we? I mean, we're all learning. I don't think there is a dumb question. We're all learning. Wait. What am I gotta wait for? Well, I gotta wait for Earth. Oh, don't forget, Jenny Jen's gonna be live in a little bit. I love you, Peggy. I love all y'all. Really, good night, Beverly. All y'all have a great night. We need to get together so I can. Yeah, we do. I actually got a email today. If your channel starts making the algorithms, you get these opportunities, and these companies will contact you, and some of them are just like crazy. And so this one person that's an editing, it's what is it called? Shit. Fix Live. Anyway, it's an editing tool. And I thought, you don't know who the hell y'all have emailed the wrong girl. I don't know how to do nothing. Y'all, this is a true story. The only way I know how to take a screenshot from my laptop is years ago, my cat kept walking across the keyboard and it would do screenshot, doing. And my cat showed me how to take a screenshot. That's a true story. My cat showed me how to do. Hey, Gail, you got in late, but you can rewatch. We waited for you. I'm just kidding. We need to, because I got to do something. But I love y'all, and please be safe tonight and tomorrow, and we'll see you tomorrow right back here. I know he's a very good kitty cat. I love you. Thank you for being here and participating. I love you guys.